Hey, Mini Packs.
Hello.
Welcome in.
There you go.
Didn't quite
Glad.
get the hit.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to hit you out the door just like I did the last time.
Oh. Well, yeah, apologize for that ad break, folks. I will try and pay a little more attention to the clock. Those are pre-scheduled. I try and get them. If I hit my break right at the top of the hour for my stream, then I'm on break when the ads go live, so that should be less disruptive, hopefully.
I have
But
no
anyway,
idea when the ads go live. I don't even know if ads run on my channel. I assume they do.
they do, and you have some control over it. Not a lot, but some. But yeah, so
I do
this.
not see the ads.
Well, if you're subscribed, you don't see the ads.
I don't see the ads because I pay a Twitch thing. I can't remember what it's
Oh,
called, but
that's right. You talked about that
yeah,
before.
I don't see any ads on any Twitch channel because I hate ads.
Gotcha. So this is the community trading hall. This was definitely a community project. Mechmorphic started it relatively early on in the server's history, came up with the design and everything. I ended up helping finish it by finishing off the roof. The emerald here on the front is an anagram special. And then the guts of it have gone through a couple of different iterations. Say I know Becca May and Bill Methuen took a shot at it initially, and then I know Mini Packs got involved in the in the remodel.
I put the redstone in the tower.
Oh, for the breeder, yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in this trading hall is with I don't think there's any exceptions. There are multiples of every profession in here. Some more than others, obviously. There's a gobs of farmers in here, and they're out back behind the trading hall. Whoop, let me zoom out a little bit. So we're inside the trading hall now, but out back here behind the trading hall is a huge field that's got potatoes, carrots, and wheat. That you can, of course, you can bring your own too. It's the logical Geek Boy design where you can drop the villagers down and there's a zombie running around behind them that'll zombify them, and then you can pick them back up. And there, at one point, was a stock of golden apples. Oh, they need to be restocked. There's also like a an auto smash potion, splash potion brewery upstairs that keeps
Yeah.
all these stocked with the splash potions of weakness. So, but yeah, I know at one point I had stocked this with like 24 golden apples. We need to get some gold back here again.
I'll bring some gold over from the farm. I've got loads. I
Oh,
think I
okay.
was the original one to stock up all of the stuff in here.
Yeah, and
And
each
I
time
made the potion brew.
And this is a complete community resource. There's folks that have dropped off like excess stone and excess crops and leave behind excess emeralds. So anytime someone needs to come through here and do whatever they need to do with it, whether it's XP grinding or I've come in here a number of times and used the masons for quartz. Over here we've got the whole row of clerics for rotten flesh trades. And there is a whole second floor where all the librarians live. So we have pretty much every book trade available, including some multiples. I'll come up here and use this to stock up on glass because most of these, at least half of these librarians have a glass trade. But you can see they've been identified with what their viable trades are. These barrels used to be fully stocked with sugarcane. There was a zero-tick sugarcane farm up in the roof when zero-tick farms were still a thing, so that it's very easy to get paper. But then around back here on the backside, you got some of the less common professions like your fishermen and fletchers. Say that 5 times fast. And then all the other ones down here: cartographers, shepherds, butchers, leather workers, and the different blacksmith professions as well. And it's the same thing in behind. Yep, I see it there poking its head through the. Whoop. There is indeed a zombie back there with a big old sharpness 5
Ow.
sword, so you might want to stand back. So that it's basically a 2-shot to convert the villagers into zombie villagers. But so this with the blacksmiths and everything up here makes it a great place if you need just a quick armor restock or you just need some quote-unquote junk armor. People that have done a bunch of trading have stashed some of the things in here. They're not the greatest tools in the world. I mean, they're simple enchantments, but you know, if you need a quick restock on your armor, it's
Leather horse armor. Forgot that was even a thing.
yeah. I didn't think the leather workers sold that, but it's a crafting recipe. Never figured out the
CJ's back
zombie
again.
system. Yep, welcome back, CJ. But yeah, so the trading hall is a fairly substantial build and really had a lot of community input into making it as viable as it is now. And up in the top of this tower here is truly an attic. Like Minipack said, there's a lot of redstone gubbins up in there for the breeding system and the potion generator. It's also where we
Whoa!
store. That didn't sound good.
I fell into one of the pools because I didn't expect that to be there when I broke through the wall.
You realize
Now
there's a door up there.
Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on top of the roof.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, do you see me?
1 second, I'm trapped inside a villager breeder.
Hunter,
Oh!
see this? There's
Punched
like
through
what?
at the other end.
15 blocks away from where you were. Yep, door.
Though we were talking the other day about how it's amusing that we actually have a server attic where we keep our Christmas decorations.
Actually, it's Christmas decoration.
So this is all the wool and gems and everything that we used to decorate the big tree out there a couple of years ago, and then there's also supplies for when other folks come through to do tours and things. Where's the button to get out? There it is. Ugh. Okay. Now that I'm out here where I can reach the button easier. Hunt. Really?
I think you picked up one of the sandstone blocks.
I did.
I actually had to fix the roof up here before. It was there was a big wool patch up on the top of the roof. I don't know how long it's been there, but
Oh, that was probably the leftover from the ghost. The white wool patch?
no. Was it?
Yeah, that was leftovers from the Mario ghost that was up there.
Okay,
But yeah,
well, I
you can
fixed
see
it
that
early.
you can see down here the big crop field that kind of supports it. I mean, you come through this thing, especially with the potatoes and carrots, come through there with a fortune gardening implement, and you can get tons of stuff to trade. Yes, the Mario ghost that was over the tower, that was you.
Yeah,
That
Mario
got,
Ghost is still in the nether.
Yes, it's been moved into the nether now, so we'll see that in a bit. There's the big tree that it had. I put that in Christmas time one year and had all the gem heads and everything on it for decorations, and then we took all the decorations down and stashed them in the attic so the tree could be used for other things, and it's just kind of there.
I'll have to remember to decorate it this year because I don't think I've ever seen it
Yes,
decorated.
absolutely. Yeah, because I was looking back the first year, there was Halloween. There's been Halloween decorating done twice, I think, but Christmas only done once. So definitely something to do. But this is the town square, the fountain, the iron golem farm. So this was also built by McMorphic, and of course the giant iron golem statue was built by Anagram. This was another community effort getting the whole dugout and everything for it, but from what I have been able to look back and see, because I was not on the server for the first month of its existence, let me look back at my notes here and see. The original server members were Cosmic, Mana Chaser, and Scribe and Dagger, Angel, Anagram, Daisy, Pineapple Princess, and then Cyberkill joined within a couple later that first week. McMorphic and Pankua were week 2. Wizzy Digster was week 4. So and then I joined week 5. But apparently, here at the location of this fountain was the original community house build that had like the enchanting setup and supplies and things like that. That were eventually moved into the base of the pillager tower over there to make way for the iron golem farm here.
When I first came on, the Iron Golem was just being built, I think, which was around week 12.
Yeah. And yeah, because we were having the issues. This was originally a 4-cell iron golem farm. So you can see the little villager pod. There was one on each side of the zombie in the center. But the problem is the pod over here was generating iron golems on top of the iron golem statue. And so we finally figured out, hey, Addy, welcome in. So we finally after much discussion, we figured out that it was easier to just eliminate the 4th pod of villagers than to try and move the iron golem. There actually is no entrance into the well here at all anymore. The way down into the community bulk storage system is through the well here. Oh, you said well, not wall. Yes, it is still through the well.
Does anyone have a spare block on them? Because I'm fairly certain it's not supposed to go under the rats.
Yeah, I originally opened that up to try and do something with the area under the glass and never got around to it. But you can see into the iron golem enclosure here a little bit better, so you can see the 3 pods and the zombie in the middle that's scaring them. And they drop down into the center there and get flushed into lava, and it comes up into this mass storage system. This has slowly gotten more useful over time, although it never was really put to its full use. There's so many slots for things that people just weren't bringing over. But there's plenty of iron.
There's quite a few poppies. Anyone in need
Yeah,
of some poppies?
Yes, so yeah, plenty of poppies coming from the iron farm. All the rest of them go into this stack, which is just turning them into bone meal. So if you need red dye or you just need poppies, there's plenty in here. But then down at the other end are some places for crops to come in that I actually connected up from my base area. So there's a bamboo farm that supplies bamboo over here, and we don't have anything supplying carrots and potatoes and that sort of thing. But I've got a pumpkin farm that's supplying pumpkins and the melon slices, and also the cactus. That's all coming from underneath my lodge, so we'll show that off in a little bit. But you can tell when each stack is full because it has a comparator light at the top. So that means the stack is full of melon slices.
This just in, Minecraft 1.20, the lemon update.
The lemon update.
Adding lemons, lemonade, and other assorted citrus fruits.
It's okay. I'll move over so you can get in, Hunter. It's okay.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. I appreciate your sacrifice.
But the pillager tower over here was built by Mechmorphic, and it is, in addition to having just some general storage on the bottom level, the second level is the home of the Infinity Cove guidebook, and the third level is our central nether portal. But over here, we'll keep working our way around this direction again. This is the Library of Souls. So this is actually version 2 of the Library of Souls. The original one was built by Angel right after the server started when AFK fishing was still a thing. And he would keep this place stocked with enchanted books from the AFK fisher. And as we got the trading hall expanded, and then of course AFK fishing went away, we got it all set up to where the different books are available. So every once in a while somebody will come over, purchase a bunch of books from the librarians in the trading hall and stock them in here, because it makes it very easy for people to come in here and re-enchant your gear if you need to. I've used this so many times. It's not even funny. But everything's mostly organized. You've got unbreaking and mending over here. Is in the center is utility enchantments. You've got all the bow and ranged weapon enchantments here. Weapon enchantments and tool enchantments, and then armor enchantments are on the other side. There
I
is an
think trident
upstairs.
enchantments are upstairs on one of the sides.
Trident enchantments are on the other side.
Yeah, trident and crossbow upstairs here.
Yeah. But up here on the second level, there is an enchanting setup. This is called we called this the seat of knowledge because upstairs from here is what was termed the pants enchant in the I don't know, British vernacular. So it's like Bane of Arthropods, Frostwalker.
I can see a use for Bane of Arthropods, not so much Frostwalker.
Yeah. But then there's the little chair was put in, but the book has actually been written, and I still am astounded that Alistair had the time to write that much.
I think Alistair has the time to do anything he sets his mind to, even if he's only got 5 minutes.
But so it's got an enchanting setup with all the supplies like that over here, grindstones, so you can take off stuff that doesn't work. And then on the other side, yeah, the upstairs is what we call the stacks, which is basically lower level versions of all the enchantments plus trident and crossbow stuff, because those aren't as heavily used by people. The best library on the server. So we got the books for everything up here. The other kind of fun historical tidbit of this is underneath the box that's labeled curses. If you go through this door and climb down, you can see the delivery system that Angel used to use to get the books from his AFK Fisher over here. There's a rail down here that goes out to his base. They would send the books over here, and they get dumped into these chests, and then anybody could come back through and use them to restock the library. And then, of course, AFK fishing got nerfed in 1.14 or so.
Honestly, don't know. I never made use of it, so.
And then the little armor stands and everything over here was a project I started and just never got going. But I had started to put books in some of these builds that just talked about what it is, how to use it, and a little bit of history as much as I was able to put together. But Angel built this originally. It was just a one-story, smaller structure, and as we expanded, I worked with Angel to rebuild it, and Daisy came through and did some of the interior stuff, and so I don't remember who stocked all the discs, but we've got every. I think the only thing we don't have in here is Other Side, just because that was a 117, 118 thing.
How many copies of Other Side do we currently have in rotation in the server?
I am honestly not sure. I'm only aware of yours.
Mini packs?
I've never gone looking.
Okay. Mythical's got one.
Oh, you've got one too? Okay. I know that you can only find them in Stronghold, so it made it really rare.
And Dungeons.
Oh, and Dungeons, okay.
Yeah, I think they're actually slightly more common in dungeon chests.
I've actually got to go dungeon crawling in the next couple of weeks, so maybe I'll find one.
There you go.
I want to say they can be found in the Deep Dark, but I'm not sure. That might just be Shards of 5.
There we go. Which way to go?
You can find them in the Deep Dark.
Oh, okay. Other Side's in the Deep Dark, really? Okay, so the ancient cities have Other Side. I guess that makes sense.
Music disc.
Disc 5. I don't know if anybody's gotten all the bits of Disc 5.
I think
I've got Disc 5. I played it on your stream.
Oh, that's right. That was you had it in that little secret under base room thing.
Yeah. Our Elkhorn's living room.
Yeah.
So Other Side can be found mostly in ancient cities, then in dungeons, then in strongholds.
Oh, well, there you go.
Though
I was like, we'll start back up
13
here
and
and then work
cat
our
are
way
far more
along
common.
this side of the cove, I guess. So up here, like I said, the Pillager Tower was built by Mechmorphic as kind of a community building. So a lot of the generic storage came in here. The original bulk storage was actually under the floor in here before it got moved into that area under the well. But we now have a deposit chest in here that, so if you put stuff in here, it'll get fed into that deep storage system under the trading hall. And usually there's a box of rockets in here, which I need to replenish. Mine, but then need to replenish that at some point. The chicken cooker over here was built by, and I need to check my notes on that one. Punkwa built the chicken cooker so that there's a easy place to get food while you're in the cove.
I think
There's
it's
a chest
got. I think it's quite full with eggs.
Yeah, it always fills up with eggs. I'm not quite sure why that was done, but yeah, if you ever need eggs for whatever reason, there are plenty.
Actually, I need eggs. Come to think of it, I'll take those.
Back here is kind of a fun little secret hidey hole, where it's probably Alistair's favorite place on the server. It's just boxes and boxes of lava. Mechmorphic at one point, when he was digging something out around here, instead of using water or gravel or sand to clear the lava out, used buckets, and that space used to be filled with double chests of lava. Yes. So when I believe it's when because it was Mechmorphic that went through and did all this landscaping around here, and so when that was done, all the lava got moved underground. This is Daisy's rock bar, or actually, it used to be the rock bar. It was when it originally was iterated in the early days of the server. It was literally like each of the taps in the back had like stone, granite, diorite, and a few potions. But now it's the brewing company self-service potion bar. So he went through and named all the potions like beers. So you've got your weakening wheat ale, and light as air lager, which is slow falling potions. The fire and ice farmhouse ale is water breathing and fire resistance. Blind sight Bach, that's night vision. The emboldening amber ale is strength, I think, and then the rock bar special is just some other random stuff.
I think CJ might have got it working.
Oh, are you coming into voice chat, CJ?
Yeah, this bar and the little cart are probably my most vivid memories of my first day on the server.
Yes.
I remember my first sleep was in that little cart over there, and
First day on the server was spent in a bar.
My first screenshot was taken leaning up against this bar, holding a bottle of the blind sight Bock.
Okay, awesome, great, CJ. But yeah, this is also a Daisy build, the little Tinker's Cart. He basically made this for people to left enchanted weapons for people to come and pick up, but people could also just drop off their tools and request for repairs or enchantments, and he'd take them and do them up and bring them back. So I think there's some stuff in the book about that. Yep. But some of the details in here are just fabulous, like the bed hiding behind the banners here. Daisy does a really good job with decorating in tight spaces. Really cool. But up here on the hill, this was my my base in the in Cove Town. This is Elkhorn's Lodge. This was my first build. It's gone through a couple of iterations with the addition of the tall tower, where I used to have a villager until zombies actually crawled up there and ate them. Yeah, we had some early issues with pillager patrols coming through and people starting raids as we had the villagers in, so I stocked up a whole box of milk in here, and then we turned off the patrols. So
Oh, patrol. That would explain a lot.
yeah, pillager patrols are turned off on the server. So yeah, I've got my little my little mini super smelter set up, tools and supplies. The kitchen area here where I have all my food stuff, some potion brewing and everything. There's a little crop field out here, which looks really cool now that we have Joel's crop textures with the wheat and beetroot.
Oh well.
No, it's fine. Just help yourself.
I mean, I just accidentally picked up beetroot seeds. They're going into the composter.
But out here in the back is probably my favorite build. I worked a long time on this. This is the Zen Garden. This is the first time I've done anything really landscapey organic like this. The cool thing about this is completely mob safe. Even pre 118, it was well lit, and the placement of the cats and the little floating balloons means that phantoms can't get to you. I can stand right here in the middle of everything, and the phantoms cannot get close because the cats scare them away. And I had some help with this too from other server members helping me with some of the designs, like the banners and the hanging lights. Jenny was I consulted with her on some of that stuff, like the design of these little lamp structures and things. But the outside, no mobs can get in because it's 2 layers of bamboo and then 3 tall leaves all around the outside. So it is a place that is safe to come and visit for any number of reasons. The Roman bathhouse over here is now a legacy build. This was originally a pool where we could spawn shulkers. We had a pack on the server up till 2 weeks ago, where if you spawn in a shulker mite on purpur, it will burrow in and turn into a shulker.
Yeah, I actually thought that was a vanilla thing.
Nope.
I never, until we were discussing removing the pack, I didn't actually know that was a pack.
Yeah, so it was something that Joel had implemented on the Citadel for people that didn't want to go end busting for shulkers. It's slow, but it's safe. But now that we have legitimate shulker farms, I went ahead and turned this into an actual pool. But back over here, you got the little sauna. This is where I used to go into to lose aggro from the endermites so that they'd actually burrow into the purpur. It's a little sauna room. It's got the hot rocks
Or
underneath.
is it getting a bit warm in here?
Well, you are wearing full armor.
That is a very good point.
Not best advised in a sauna.
Yeah, like here were all the supplies, extra purpur, because of course when the endermite burrowed into the purpur block and turned into a shulker, the purpur would go away, so could restock that. And that was the whole reason I had the resistance and regen beacons in here, was to help with all the ender pearl throwing you had to do to generate endermites. But there should still be a couple of tropical fish back here somewhere, unless they've hopped out and despawned, which it looks like they might have.
No, there's one here.
Oh, is there? Oh, it's made its way up.
Yeah.
It's made its way up the stream. Cool.
It's apparently
it's
a
still
salmon.
swimming upstream.
But yeah, I got these little bridges across the little sitting areas and cats everywhere. But again, it makes the whole thing safe from phantoms and to a lesser extent creepers.
This is one of those builds on the server, much like Daisy's Veil, which when I'm looking for a bit of inspiration or something, I'll just sort of wander around. I really enjoy it in here.
I appreciate that. This took me a while because all the organics and landscaping and working with colors and all that was and just the general theme of it was very challenging to work with, but I was very pleased when this got done.
Is there a reason for the sugarcane? Just out of curiosity.
It's just
aesthetic?
it's aesthetic. you know, it's a line of sight blocker, so it kind of conveys like the bamboo continuing around, but you can just walk straight through it. So. Hey, welcome back, Storm Dance. So we were just finished visiting my base in Infinity Cove Town. So, and then one of my contributions to the early server was the Mighty Mob Grinder. So there's a huge mine shaft underneath this area, and in the midst of exploring it, I found that there was a cave spider spawner and a skeleton spawner in close enough proximity that you could activate them both at the same time. So cave spider spawners being good for XP but difficult to work with, and skeleton spawners being just generally good for bones and all that kind of thing. So, and yes, this whole thing is built out of diorite, mostly to thumb my nose at Iskall.
I've just gone into free cam. We need to do some more lighting up.
Oh yeah, we're down at like what 13? Yeah, 12. I'm sure there's all kinds of caves and stuff underneath here now.
CJ, we're getting a bit of echo from you.
Yeah, have you got headphones by any chance?
Oh, I don't even hear CJ.
I can hear your voice echoing from CJ. Which I assume is your stream.
Could be. So basically, you stand up here to make sure you have to be at this block or closer to make sure that you activate the spider spawner. But when you turn off the lights, both farms activate, and the cave spiders come through here and rise up to the top, and you can swat at them. The storage used to be just down here, but I eventually got a system to move it upstairs. Although it's not perfect because some of the things that I don't want to keep still end up getting.
Oop, CJ's gone again.
Ah, Kiranon, thank you for the creeper sound. But yeah, you can come back here and kind of see the gubbins of it. Although you can't get back into the. Even when you broke it and the cave spiders killed you. Mini packs, thank you for redeeming your whippersnappers. Give me just a sec to get this thing up and running. And so, yeah, so this was one of my early builds on the server, but it gave us an XP grinder here in the Cove for when people needed to enchant stuff, and so I put a whole enchantment set up in here with the looms as empty bookshelves and the grindstone available. So I don't know why there's so many ender pearls down here though. That's odd. But if everybody wants to go up to the surface and around behind the building, we can show off the zombie fountain.
Do you want me to load them?
That would actually be wonderful. So in the process of building the stairwell and everything, I discovered there was a zombie spawner back there, and we didn't need any more XP from a spawner that wasn't connected to everything else, but figured it was a good source of rotten flesh, which we have a pack that we can smelt that into leather. And so I made something a little more fun. So there's this snow globe here, and in a minute with mini packs activating the spawner, we'll see the zombie fountain in action.
Then he made it? Yeah. Oh yeah, there's one.
Yep, first one just made it.
I'm trying to figure out why it's burning. It's because it's in the glass, isn't it?
Well, it's partly because the magma blocks, there's signs to stop the water from flowing onto them. So once they're all the way over there, they're out of the water. So not only do they take damage from the magma blocks, but they can get damage from the sun because it's just glass. As long as they're not wearing armor. So then there's a hopper minecart that runs around underneath and drops everything off back in the... well, there should be a hopper minecart.
I've just picked up some rotten flesh.
I wonder if the minecart's gotten stopped somehow. And that's 2 minutes. Thank you, Mini Packs, for redeeming your whippersnappers.
on. There is no minecart.
Oh, that must have despawned at some point. I'll have to go under there and redo that because it basically just runs around underneath the magma blocks, collects all the rotten flesh, and then there's a hopper line that runs back into the mob grinder building and drops it off.
Oop.
So right down here under the floor. We obviously got some chicken jockeys in there at some point. 2 raw chicken and 2 feathers. But then this is where all the drops come up from the grinder downstairs. I need to redo it at some point because this whole thing is supposed to be just non-stackables, and I keep getting arrows and spider eyes, which aren't supposed to be collected at all. But that's gone through an upgrade or 2 as well. But so that was I think, if not the first, then one of the first mob grinders on the server, and definitely the first in Cove Town. So. But we'll head up. Actually, we'll head over here real quick. This was a collaboration between me and Ponqua. This was the first tree farm we had on the server. It's good for small oak and birch. Just generates the trees in there, and a piston pushes them out and creates a giant wad of wood in here that then you come out and harvest by hand.
Do we have...
That would be me that saved your stuff, Jenny.
Okay, I couldn't remember. It didn't sound familiar to me, but...
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't work anymore.
Is there bone meal in the dispenser?
Yes, there is, because it's bone mealing the sapling.
It should. Maybe it doesn't work on birch. Try the oak.
I'll try the oak.
I know it works on oak. I've used it for oak. I thought I had used it for birch, but maybe I'm wrong. It takes a lot of bone meal too, so just
yeah, oak's a lot less fussy, but
there we go. And so when it gets all the way over to the other side here, it completes this circuit and pushes the whole thing out, so another row can fill in behind. But this was one of my first experiments with variable multiple height roofs and roof layout design. So I was really pleased with how this came out. Yep. Are you in need of wood, Hunter?
No, I was trying to demonstrate it pushing out.
Oh yeah.
It takes a lot.
Ah, there it
longer.
goes. And there it just pushed forward.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yep.
I missed it on the stream.
So.
And then you get a cube of wood.
Yep.
I'll put the
You
stone.
can see it's starting to fill in from behind again.
I'll quickly chop this down.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't need to help. You focus on your tool.
That's all good. It goes quick with multiple of us doing it.
I'll just watch.
Yeah,
There
you just supervise Minipacks. You can be the supervisor.
Well, because you're along on the tour too, so we need to go to the. So we'll make our way up the hill here to the Dwarven Fortress Embassy thing. I can't remember what it's called.
The Dwarven Fortress Embassy thing?
I think it's just the Dwarven Embassy.
There's a sign on it. We'll be able to tell real quick.
Dwarven Outpost.
Dwarven Outpost. Okay, I knew I wasn't quite right, but this was mostly Daisy with collaboration from Minipacks. It just is a nice little, mostly aesthetic build, although it does have some secret stuff that we'll look at in a little while.
This stuff, this thing still remains to this day my favourite armor stand on this server.
Oh, the leaning trident.
Just a leaning trident, but
yeah. But yeah, but this it's mostly aesthetic, but it does have a purpose. But we'll get back to that in a little while. This is the farm store.
Mm-hmm.
I got it right this time.
You did.
This is a Minipacks build. It was basically just designed as a storehouse for goods from various farms and things around the server. I'd say it's slowly filling up over time, but I don't think it's even half full. But it's output from raid farms and witch farms and drowned farms and crossroads farms because we don't have enough beacons on the server. Oh, the rockets all. Oh no, there's still rockets in here too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And moss
I
farms
stocked them up not that long ago.
and geodes and all that kind of stuff. There's output from honey farms. If anybody needs honeycomb, there's tons here. Along with honey and honey blocks and honeycomb blocks and deep water mead. And there's even more storage upstairs. I think all that's up here right now is some arrows and carpet. But again, tons more.
Deep
And
slate
the deep slate and endstone. Do we have any idea who put all this in here? Because this is a metric ton of deep slate.
I've no idea who stocked the deep slate up now.
That's like 5 chests of deep slate. It's like if I'd known that was here. That was you, Mythical? Oh, okay.
For the endstone.
The endstone, okay. Probably as you were clearing things out for your space station? Gotcha.
The deep slate could quite possibly have been me.
Oh, digging out the underside of your... digging out the underside
underneath
of your...
my base, and also I
house.
did a... because I'm insane and my main playstyle for Minecraft is grinding, I have dug at deep slate level just a massive area as far as a beacon's range would take me. Even though beacon doesn't grant me insta-mine down there.
Yeah, and then down here in the basement, there's even more storage, which is only partly taken up by one of the main outputs from the old raid farm.
1 second. Oh, I need 3.
I was like, you're gonna restock, aren't you?
Yes.
But yeah, if you need Totems of Undying, this is the place to come.
Always.
But down farther underneath here, Minipax built us a dripstone factory, and it is in dire need of harvesting. Are we all ready for this?
Press the button. We may get lag, but press the button.
CJ, are you anywhere close to us?
I've moved my free cam into the center of it.
There's about to be a huge lag spike, so this thing, well, set it off.
I have no clue where I am.
Hey, CJ.
Well, there's CJ.
Are you in town?
What's nearby where you are?
I am in town. I'm at a building called
Oh,
Farm.
I can see you.
I'll say if you're at the farm store, come inside. Minipax is coming up for you.
Hello.
Good luck. Hello, Minipax.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Let me pull your volume up a little bit so everybody can hear you. Welcome in, and we're glad you got everything sorted out so you could join us.
Yeah, I love technology. Can you tell?
Yeah, let the crash.
Technology's the best.
Let the crash begin. All right, so I'm about to set this thing off. So here we go. And you can hear it breaking. And so there is a flying machine that's going across. Hopefully everybody can see it. It's basically just running across right below the source dripstone block and breaking everything. And then it comes back. And then one is going to go across the bottom.
What's your frames at the minute, Elkhorn?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. 4, 5, 3.
Okay, because I'm looking at the stream and thinking that's a slideshow.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slideshow. So now the bottom one's gonna run, and it's gonna break all the rest, and then hopefully everything should improve a little bit. But this produces just a ton of dripstone. Now, granted, it takes time to grow, but and then it's gonna run back across, and yeah, it sweeps it up on the other side. So. Thank you, Anagram. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll definitely break here in the next 5 minutes or so. There we go. We're back up into the teens, and then that comes to a stop, and there's still a lot of... Oh, and now the top one goes again. So just make sure it catches everything.
Yeah, I can't actually remember why it had to sweep twice.
But then there's, you can see over here, there's water streams where everything gets collected, and then it comes around up into these barrels.
It's already dripstone reforming.
Yeah, with the sheer amount of dripstone, the random pick definitely generates additional stuff even while it's running. And there's the bottom one, and it'll clean up all the rest. That is very true, Storm Dance. The lag is palpable, but the server and all of our computers are still standing, so hey.
The server didn't even flinch at that.
Did it? Did it take advantage of that new mod that you put on?
No, it didn't even have to do that. It literally was just
Really?
like, yeah, this is fine.
Okay, so it's just my computer that's having trouble with it.
Yeah, it's client-side lag because of the amount
Yeah.
of entities you're having to render.
But
Why, as soon as they
so,
were swept away, your computer
again,
went,
if you
"Ah."
find yourself in need of dripstone on the server, there's tons. So, and some of it's, and then down here in the chest, some of it's even already been converted into dripstone blocks. So,
And there's more upstairs in the farm store.
another fine farm, courtesy of Minipax Industries.
What farms are not courtesy of Minipax Industries?
Oh, there's a few.
Yeah,
Not many.
there's several.
If it's anything that's of large scale, it's generally a Minipack special. I think I'll say I'm keeping an eye on my clock now. Thank you for that notification, Anagram. I think we've got time to go see the Fox Inn, and that will probably lead us up to a good stop point before we go see the train station.
Woo-hoo.
So
Just
over here,
because CJ's arrived, I just need to do something.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Don't
thank
have a
you,
personal
Hunter.
CJ
Appreciate
command
that.
set up yet.
And
thank
if
you,
one of
Hunter.
my other mods can also do the same for Hunter, because I know Hunter won't do it themselves, and I totally understand why. Actually, this is probably a good opportunity to just hit the bang covers command, because there are a number of us that produce content from the server,
I'll do
mostly
bang
live
covers.
streams. Mostly live streams. That includes Minipax and Hunter and CJ. Mythical
Minipax.
Star is also producing YouTube videos and is in the midst of recording this tour, so I'm going to be interested in cringing to see the end results of this. But this is the Fox Cafe, very much inspired by a Pixelrus build from the first season of his survival guide. This was built by Huntress Kaylee, who was on the server for a couple of months, but you can see it is just chock full of foxes. And they are cute and adorable, and gosh, there's a lot of them. So much scurrying, yes.
They really like this corner.
Yes, so many
Come on, out you
squeaks.
get.
And the funny thing is upstairs where it says staff only, you do have to shift to get through. There's an upstairs area where the foxes will come up to and they're sweet berries, and they will come up here and harvest the sweet berries.
There should be a mind your head sign.
Yeah, right. But it's a cute little build. The banners are great. This is kind of an example of tables and chairs without the tables and chairs pack. The use of
Been
the
a long
upside
time
down
since I've
activated
seen
piston is great.
Pistons.
So it gives it a little more texture than just doing the pressure plate on the fence post. Squeaky, squeaky. I would imagine. I'm not usually over here at night, so I'm sorry. I'm not intending to shut the door in your face. I just don't want the foxes to escape. Yeah, and mind the sweet berry bushes. But we'll head over here to the train station, and that will actually be an excellent place to stop and take another break. We're at 2 hours. I know ads are going to play soon, so I want to avoid disrupting the stream with those again. So I'm going to head up inside here, and when I come back, we will circulate around this place and see all the fun stuff there is to see in here. So grab a drink, grab a snack, get away from your screen for a minute or two, and we'll be back in a few minutes.